So today, David and I are painting this Lincoln, paint code K1, and we wanted to bring you along for the ride and show you a couple cool tips and tricks on how we would handle a job like this. So on this Corsair Lincoln, we actually are replacing the rear door with a brand new OEM Ford part. It's already been fitted and we pulled it off the car, so we know that it fits and we know that we're good. We're gonna paint the front side and the back side off of the car. We're gonna use the front door as a blend panel. We're gonna come in with a little 800 grit, sand it up, kick some color in here and clear it. Same thing on the rear here. This rear quarter panel, we're gonna use it as a blend. Now, this bumper is supposed to be R&I'd the whole way. You can tell that it's been loosened up. And again, as a painter, I hate that, but unfortunately in the world of collision, this is an acceptable trick. Quarter glass has been removed and it's de-trimmed, ready for prep now. So I like to make sure that my paint jobs are really clean before I start sanding on them. This car has already been washed with soap and water. It's already been waterborne. Now I'm spraying a solvent cleaner on it to go over it. If you notice right here, we found a dent. The bad thing about this dent, it has nothing to do with the original accident. Now, if this dent was at the halfway point or back, I'd probably fix it for free. You can charge the customer if you wanted to. But the bad thing about this dent, it's so far forward, if I fix it, I probably have to blend this panel. Now I could try to talk to my customer, have them okay the extra money and fix it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna paint over it. We're gonna have a paintless dent removal guy come in, the panel's already off, and he's gonna pick that dent out for us after we paint the car.
Setting up your blend panels is different for different people. Some people like as rough as a 600 grit, others like to use 1000 grit or finer. I personally feel that an 800 grit is the best of both worlds. You get that mechanical adhesion with an 800 grit and you're never gonna see a sand scratch when you put your base or your clear over it. So I really like using a finish sander, and you can use an interface pad if you're worried about burning through edges. This bad boy here has got a specially soft backing pad and it does a really good job of not burning through any edges.
So the finish sander with 800 can only go so far. You're gonna have to come in and do some hand sanding. Typically what I do is I'll take a piece of 800, and there's other ways you can do this, and I'll stick the 800 on a gray Scotch-Brite, and then I can come in and touch up some areas. I got the gray Scotch-Brite to hit some areas. Now I want to talk about this stamping. Because we're painting this door, we're ultimately going to have sealer and base in this area. If I'm sanding this stamping and I get too aggressive and I burn through a body line, it's not a big deal. I know that most people think like when you burn a blend panel, it's the end of the world. If I burn a blend panel right here, it's not a big deal. But if I burn the blend panel on a body line or trying to take some stamping up here, it is a huge deal, especially for your painter's helpers out there. It could get you fired because ultimately this 50% of the door is getting no sealer, no base, only clear. This is our brand new door. Now, you technically don't have to scuff the back side or the cut-in of an OEM part. There are certain products out there in every product line that I could wax and grease it, put a special urethane or an epoxy down, wait X amount of minutes, base it, and clear it. And that has been around for decades in PPG, BASF, and other lines. Unfortunately, in our situation, that's not an option because this Ford E-coat is really rough. I'm gonna hit it with a red Scotch-Brite. It's so bad in some areas, I'm actually gonna take a little 400 on a DA paper and knock it down. And we did have to actually add this factory caulk back in. It's got runs and stuff in it.
So if any of you have ever worked with a Ford OEM part that's been E-coated, every once in a while we get a bad one. And that's kind of what we have here. there's a lot of texture and there's a lot of boogers in this E-coat. So we're going to attack this thing with a Dynabrade in 400 grit. Unfortunately, I'm going to burn through a lot of areas that's going to require an etch. I normally don't like to burn through E-coat, but there's just way too many imperfections that are ultimately going to cost me performance in my final paint job. So I'm going to sand this out with 400 grit dry with this Dynabrade. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit of 400 grit on a backer. I typically just use a red Scotch-Brite. And then I'm going to use my red Scotch-Brite to get into all the hard to reach areas.
All right, some E-coats you can just take some 400 or 600 grit and just give them a little scuff up and not burn through anywhere. But with this Ford E-coat, especially this part, this was probably the worst E-coat part I've seen in years and years. It was so bad, it looked like it was E-coated by that dude in Runaway Bay, Texas. Anyway, after I ran my Dynabrade with 400, now I can just take a little bit of 400 on a red Scotch-Brite, come in, touch up a little areas, get it clean, get it hung on a stand, and we should be good to go. Okay, we have it in our booth. It's all masked up. It's all been prepped. We've confirmed our color. We like it. So now what we have to do is we have to do a wax and grease on these 3 parts, clean it up. We're gonna blow it off, tack it, and then we have to come in and use our static gun just to keep the dust down, if you will. We only have to etch and seal this door, and then we can move to base coat. Now we're ready for the fun part. What we're gonna do is apply 1 coat of wet bed over our 2 blend panels, meaning the quarter panel and the front door. Essentially what a wet bed is, it's a translucent base coat, meaning it's base coat, but it has no color in it. What that's gonna allow is when I put my base coat over top of it, my metallics, candies, or pearls will lay down correctly and I won't get like a weird dry spot or a halo where I started and stopped. We should be able to get complete coverage on this brand new OEM door with 3 coats of base. We're going to use just 2 coats of base in our blend areas, meaning the front door and the quarter panel. What I like about this job is there's tons of room to blend out this color. Even though I'm just going to put it in this edge right here, if things got weird, I have tons of room to walk out my color. Then we're going to apply 2 coats of clear. Most OEM jobs only have about 1.5 mils, 2 mils of clear at the most. So 2 big wet coats of clear is more than enough protection if you're trying to return it to OEM standards. So that's a basic blend job. We painted a door, we blended 2 different adjacent panels. Hopefully you like this, hopefully you learned something. If you do, please like and subscribe to our channel. We actually have other videos. If you get a run and you want to learn how to remove runs, we have a video that you can actually find right here and click and watch it. From Gary and David at Refinish Media, thanks for watching.